It's been 453 days since now 16-year-old Sebastian Rogers vanished from his home in Hendersonville. His disappearance sparked national headlines, but now his father says the case is losing momentum. With National Missing Children's Day coming up on Sunday, he is raising his voice and demanding urgency. News 2's Caitlin.
I went and talked to neighbors, and every single one of them, every single one, welcomed me. And if they had video surveillance, they gave it to me. The only person that would not talk to me, as the only person that had something to hide and wouldn't talk to me. You know, she has a son that's hiding and waiting for somebody in the dark, late at night on the 25th. And there needs to be some explaining for that. I'll just leave it at that.
That we are going to keep searching, we are going to keep looking, we are going to find him, and we are going to bring him home.
Since we first aired the video last month, authorities have said no evidentiary value.
It is of no evidentiary value. It is of no evidentiary value.
Can you tell me what those lights are?
No,
Why?
because the investigation remains ongoing.
Yeah, I'm working on behalf of Sebastian. I am not, my client is Sebastian, and they're the guardians that have the ability to sign.
It just started. Hi Dad, I know this is gonna sound weird, but tomorrow's picture day. So could you send some decent clothes over to me so that I can wear the decent clothes and be handsome for my birthday with decent clothes? Mom.
Because our heart is missing. He is my world. I need him. I need him back with me.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense.
My truck doesn't need to be in anybody's conversations about where it was, when it was, and how it was.
Chris, did you hear me say?
I need you to change your words. I need you to change your words. Y'all didn't do shit.
Didn't do shit. Shit.
I need you to change your words. I need you to change your words. My truck doesn't need to be in anybody's conversations about where it was, when it was, and how it was.
Didn't do shit. Shit.
I need you to change your words.
My truck doesn't need to be in anybody's conversation
About where it was, when it was, and how it was.
My truck,
shit.
my truck,
Shit.
Conversation. My truck doesn't need to be in anybody's conversation. I need you to change your words. I need you to change your words. Y'all didn't do shit.
Didn't do shit.
My truck?
Shit.
my truck doesn't need to be in anybody's conversations.
Shit. Conversation. My truck? About where it was, when it was, and how it was.
Shit.
I just came from the TBI headquarters in Jackson, Mississippi. With a videotape and put pictures.
Privately run.
It is fucking posted all sides of that property.
I mean, the easement between houses is not usually.
I own it. I own half, my neighbors own half, period.
That's right, she owns everything. Watch out. Might be trespassing right now and you don't even know it.
My truck doesn't need to be in anybody's conversations
This truck and their property.
Conversation. Conversation. My truck? About where it was, when it was, and how it was.
Make sure you're not on their property. You never know what they own.
That is conversation. My truck? My truck?
Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Tuesday. Let me fix this real quick. Of course, prayers to Tony Mathis and his family. Of course, I'm sure most of you guys have been mentioning in the chat. He passed away recently. Was working on this case with Seth. I feel really bad, especially for Tony's family and, of course, Seth, because just all the mental torment that he's probably gone through, and then to have this, such a tragedy. But we got to keep fighting for them so their work doesn't go down in vain, right? So we keep chugging along. So we've got a lot to go over. There's more. Pretty much figured out the vehicle that, can't say 1,000% that's the one she got into, but I would say that's a high probability. And the vehicle itself, we pretty much know. I mean, we don't know the exact year, but it wasn't too hard to actually uncover because there was a couple of major big identifiers on that vehicle. So we'll go over that, but there's much more that we got to go over. I got my glasses on. I got a little bit of headache because I've been staring at this footage for the last 2 days. It feels like the last week. Starting to catch up a little bit. That's okay. We keep chugging on. But again, thank you to everybody for the love and support. Yes, rest in peace, Tony Mathis. We'll keep fighting in their name. And we're going to get answers. So we'll quickly play the recap as usual, just for anybody that's new. And then we'll start breaking down. There's much more besides just the vehicle, a little bit more about the identity, a little bit about the backstory, about how they allegedly found Green Hoodie. That's all super sus. And then there's things that we're doing behind the scenes that hopefully may come through and could be a big potential lead on this end of things, but we'll see where it goes. All right, we'll play the recap real quick and be right back.
Sebastian Rogers was declared missing and endangered, but on the next day, on the 27th, they escalated his case to Amber Alert status. Why?
This is a News 2 breaking news alert.
And we need to start that breaking news right now. An Amber Alert has just been issued for missing Hendersonville teenager Sebastian Rogers.
In this video, I'm going to prove what caused the Amber Alert and why it's still active. I will back this up with literally one of the biggest clues many people have missed, and why certain family members and law enforcement agencies don't want you to know about this giant clue that was there all along. Welcome and get comfortable. You are now watching The Mob Crew. In this video, I'm going to prove what caused the Amber Alert and literally crush and end certain ongoing debates with a clue that is so big they don't want you to know. Chapter 1. From missing and endangered to Amber Alert. Just after Rogers was reported missing on day 1, law enforcement was seen, looking for any surveillance footage around the neighborhood of Rogers. Law enforcement would soon find out that one home did indeed capture something on the early morning hours of the 26th. That home was located here, and what the captured would become infamously known as the 3 a.m. lights. And on the next day, February 27th, sometime during the afternoon, the TBI would post that an Amber Alert was issued in the Rogers case, based on additional investigative information. This was certainly no coincidence.
Alert. And we need to start that breaking news right now. An Amber Alert has just been issued for missing Hendersonville teenager Sebastian Rogers.
Officials tell me Sebastian Rogers is an autistic 15-year-old with glasses, dirty blonde hair, and was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt and sweatpants around midnight Sunday night.
Definitely increases the volatility of the situation. The medicine was there, obviously to treat his autism. So how he responds to that once the medicine is out of his system is really not my expertise. But I do know that it's going to have a negative effect on him.
Here are the criterias needed for an Amber Alert. confirmed abduction, imminent danger, targeted information, and age requirement. That's right, confirmed abduction is one of the main
Jazz,
criteria
thank you
for an
so
Amber
much.
Alert, and it's still active. Would be commonly known as.
Okay, let me pause that. And again, thank you so much, Aunt Jazz, for everything you do. And of course, that goes out to all my wonderful mods. Do such an amazing job for me. Let's see here. Okay. Got up in chat here. Okay.
The flashlight video.
Your sisters went.
Moving on from that. Okay.
They're on my animal. I know.
Thank you, Canadian
They
Monkey
love
Bears. Good to
BJ.
see you.
Let's see here.
I did not insinuate a name. I didn't say who. And it was just me and Bubba that left together.
So I've got a lot of stuff. Of course, some of the stuff, if you've been in the last few lives, you're going to see some of the same stuff. But we're kind of building the narrative of where Green Hoodie originated from, what vehicle, where it was parked, allegedly, and then where she goes, because clearly she doesn't clearly go back to where she came from, because she diverts to another vehicle and then comes back, and then that appears. But a lot of you, or some of you, I should say, some of you, I love you. Some of you were kind enough to send some footage, and so I've got that. It's very important because right now with Google Maps, they don't have. Last time they were there was 2022, so they don't have the Texas Roadhouse. We have the overhead version, but we don't have the ground version. So I had somebody help me out recently, and then somebody sent some extra footage of Texas Roadhouse. It's super important to know where those cameras were, because I think, again, just like with the 3M video, this was all planned out. Who knows how far behind or back behind. And once we showed these areas that they were moving around to, it's no coincidence. And we'll show that.
So you and Sebastian leave.
So I usually always start out with this little conversation with Heather Cohen. I'll just play a part of it, but we'll kind of move forward. But this is the one just a month after he went missing, and she was working with Seth, and all they talk about is proof of life, that they try to convince her that he made it home.
BJ's.
So
I used my Life 360 to give exact timestamps to the law enforcement. It was before noon.
gotcha. Okay. Before noon at BJ's.
Yes.
Okay.
Law enforcement has the literal, to the second. We have been told we are not to give out exact times. And
Gotcha.
that came directly from law enforcement. We're not breaking that. But I said, they literally.
I wonder why. Would it be because if we added up the time from when she left Texas Roadhouse to when she arrived at the house, it would be well over 15 minutes, potentially, and other things, of course, but that would just be one thought.
At the house, they wound up eventually leaving there, and they go to Strike and Sperry. Because we were going to go bowling. Because the plan was to go bowling, but because there was a bowling tournament going on,
Yeah.
they didn't get to bowl. They had to play video games.
There
was too long of a wait list, and it was a school night, so I promised to take him bowling another day, and instead we played video games. It wasn't a school night, it was Sunday night, weekend night going into the school.
We played in the arcade for a while
All
because
that's been vetted by video.
yeah.
Yeah, so don't look at it. Don't look at any video, right? That's what we get from them. Don't ever look at any video, right? He ran away. Don't investigate this at all.
Watched our every move the whole time we were there. Nobody spoke to Sebastian as far as any adult. They can't see anywhere in the videos that they were followed. So if that is something that you're going to speculate on, has been eliminated.
Yeah, I did talk to them about that, and they said that the camera.
It's the meme. Trust me, bro. Trust me, bro.
At the fucking house Sunday night, taking the fucking trash out.
Right.
From inside my car.
I apologize. Chris doesn't have a very big vocabulary. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I was terrible in English. I love math, but English, not my strong suit because I was dyslexic. Okay. All right. You guys ready? Trust me, bro. It's all cleared. Nothing to look here. And then when they found out that they went to Texas Roadhouse to grab this footage, they were pissed. They showed up at Texas Roadhouse, good old fish sticks, and Miss KK. And yeah, they made a scene. They were not happy. Not happy the public was going to see what's going on. So, yeah. His voice makes me cringe. I know. I apologize, but yeah. That's about, yeah, I would say it's one of my better strong suits, especially in school. All right, let's keep going here. So obviously, if you've been here before, I'm going to kind of rush through some of this stuff. So if you were here before, I'm not just kind of repeating, but again, add in story, and I'm going to add, like, on the boots ground footage in between all of this. Because it's really, really important. Because they knew, in my opinion, allegedly, they knew exactly where the blind spots were. Right? I mean, it is just like they are perfectly right out of the screen. But, yeah. So, looking back at the footage, for anybody that's newer, first thing that we notice is before Green Hoodie originates, we never see her come from the left, which would be north, but the left side. She clearly originates from the right. That's important for later on, because we know she will go that way when she comes back out of the bathroom. She clearly avoids everybody. So again, quickly, one of the things we talked about is, let's see, hopefully I didn't, is, you know, a few scenarios. If it was a transient, saying like a beggar for money, I mean, why didn't she ask these people? I mean, there's all these people she could have asked money, so clearly money wasn't the objective. And maybe she was a little timid. Maybe she just wanted to go use the restroom and, you know, wasn't sure if she could just go walk in there. Maybe she wanted to ask somebody. But again, that falls back to the same thing of somebody asked her for money. Why didn't she? All these people walking by, people walking out, none of that. And then the main thing is, why is she going to wave Katie back? We've seen it before. Everybody's broken this down, so I'm not going to do too much on it. But she literally waves. I'm sure if you haven't seen it, but she, here in a second, she waves Katie back. Which again, it's super odd right here. Waving back with her left hand. Wave, wave. Come.
Sebastian and I leave BJ's. Your sisters went their own way. I don't know what they did.
Almost, she knew that they needed to kind of be behind, you know, beside the car, so they weren't in front of the hood where, you know, their bodies, you know, whatever they're going to do, they need to be back further, because I think they know where this camera's at, and so they knew to kind of squeeze in real tight between those cars.
They left BJ's.
Good to see you. I did not insinuate a name. I didn't say who.
And it was just me and Bubba that left together.
So you and Sebastian leave BJ's.
People in my car bottom fighting. I'm doing little things on the side where I'll like, right now I'm just trying to get everything with Green Hoodie out of the way, and then I'm going to expand to another area. I have expanded a little bit, and you'll see here, somebody suggested something really great with the reflections, and actually it was amazing because we know more.
We are not to give out exact times. And that came directly from law enforcement. We're not breaking that.
But like I said, they literally used my 360 and like
They got the timestamps.
That route I took.
Yes.
They knew how fast I went. They knew if I did any stops, which I didn't.
Okay.
Plan was to go bowling.
Oh yeah, this is where I was pointing out all the different
Played
ways
And it was
and
just
scenarios. But
they literally
What up,
and I
hindsight?
have a thing in my car.
there he is she gave Kay a burner phone and maybe switched something out. But it's interesting because you can see her right hand before it came up, which I think one of the reasons why she did that. Some people think she was kind of waving at Sebastian, but I do think it could be potentially both or one or the other. I kind of lean towards she's kind of putting up her hands like, oh, you know, there was nothing going on. That's just my opinion. Because we can see her put her right hand in her hoodie pocket for a second as if she had put something in there. Which, right there, hands in the hoodie pocket, and then she's going to throw it up like, hey, nothing going on here, nothing to see. But yeah. And then we notice, second she walks in, she's going to pull, boom, right there. She put her hand in her hoodie pocket and pulled out a phone. And I think I do a slow motion here. Oops, let me back up just a little bit. I shouldn't skip that, but yeah. Clearly, right hand in the hoodie pocket, and she pulls out the phone there. She looks down at it, and then she walks to the bathroom. I know, I know. It's wild. Then she comes out after using the restroom. Around midnight. I have no idea. The only thing I can think of is that whole con thing with allegedly him being seen on camera at 12:17, and that came from Fish Sticks, the PI, Mr. Fisher, who came up with the 1 year anniversary con. It was really just the neighbor walking his dog, and I've played that before, like the entire clip, because he took that out of context and blew up the internet. And then of course Sumner County had to come out and discredit it like within hours of them releasing that on the 1 year anniversary. One of the most disgusting things I've ever seen happen. But yeah, that's the only thing I could think of as far as midnight. But moving on. After the restroom, then we can see her with the phone out, which I think is very important. And it's on. I think she's looking at messages. We believe Katie, we've shown it before, after she interacts and as she's leaving, Katie puts in earbuds. It's clear as day. We've shown that over and over. And we move to this.
Responding to what they're calling recent speculation surrounding the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers, the Sumner County teen who's been missing for more than 9 months. Jaxie Pigeon joins us now in studio with an update from officials. Jaxie.
Well, Megan, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office is speaking out after recent surveillance video circulated on social media showing a person in a green hoodie. Officials say the individual is seen walking near Sebastian and his mother at Texas Roadhouse the night before he went missing, causing some to speculate the person could be involved in the teen's disappearance. Because of that, detectives addressed those rumors. The statement from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office says in part, quote, "We can confirm that after a thorough discussion with this individual, there is no evidence linking them to Sebastian's disappearance. We appreciate the vigilance and cooperation from the public and all those involved in the search for Sebastian. However, we also urge the community to approach social media rumors with caution, as misinformation can distract from the real efforts to find Sebastian."
Well, maybe you should do some press conferences.
Reward for information on the teen's whereabouts increased to $200,000 last month. However, last week, Dwayne Chapman, better known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, announced on social media that the reward was up to more than $225,000. All tips can be reported to the Sumner County Sheriff's Office or the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Megan.
And then, of course, just coincidentally, they find this individual. This came out on December 7th, the video for the public. 6 days later, they say detectives interviewed this person in question. How convenient. Now, here is Nick Veris' post. The same day. I may need to turn on my AC. It's getting hot today. Here's an example of a fair question, Nick. Can you clarify, please? You stated law enforcement had the video and vetted it just days after Sebastian's disappearance. Let me repeat that. You stated that law enforcement had this video and vetted it just days after Sebastian's disappearance, but that kind of conflicts with what they said, what the employees said and the manager, from what I understand. I could be misunderstanding. My opinion on this is I think they went and looked at the footage, like had them play it, and then maybe they pulled up their phone and recorded a bit of where Sebastian's getting the vehicle or something. Then the statement says they thoroughly interviewed the lady in the video. There is no evidence to link her to Sebastian's disappearance. How did they vet if they just interviewed her today? I've spoken to several investigators who tell me the video was scrutinized and vetted back in February when it was obtained. This video was scrutinized and vetted back in February. Yet they didn't think Green Hoodie was that whole interaction with Green Hoodie was suspicious at all. He's gonna go missing. What's it, 6:30 when they leave? 6:25. Within 6 hours or less, this child's gonna go disappear, and there's no evidence, zero, zilch, nothing of him walking out of that house. And you're telling me that they didn't think this interaction with Green Hoodie was suspicious? I think every single one of them should be demoted or fired, in my opinion. Unless they knew something we don't. But that's pretty pathetic, in my opinion. Green Hoodie was determined to be no more significant than anyone else seen in the video. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm told that the banter on social media is bogus, blah, 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 blah. We don't want you guys speculating because, you know, you're going to make us look bad. But yeah. They scrutinized and vetted back in February. They didn't think that Green Hoodie interaction was nothing. They were just as innocent as everybody else in that video. There was nothing suspicious. Are you kidding me? Come on. Just more nonsense. I'm just gonna think. But yeah, so they never looked into Green Hoodie. And again, rest in peace, Tony Mathis. I just want to play this short clip.
Did LE tell us who the Green Hoodie person is? You don't have.
What I did, I'm gonna go full screen real quick. If I can kick on my AC, it's a little hot in here.
Have to say, if you can't, they did not tell us who the Green Hoodie person was, but we are 100% confident that they made contact with this person and that person is not affiliated with this situation, as per their statement.
They went as far as showing me the body cam that they had made contact with the individual. They did not show me their face, and they did not tell me their name because they don't want the individual harassed. But they did make contact, and it is definitely nobody I know.
Show body cam, but they didn't show their face. Why would you even bring him in the first place if you're not going to show this person's face? What if he knew this person but never spoke to them, right? And didn't know their voice? How is he supposed to identify? Yes, rest in peace, Tony. But yeah, it's absolutely nonsense. None of it makes any sense. Okay. All right. So we're going to get to some new stuff here in just a second. And we're going to add in, like I said, some video on the boots on the ground, showing you where the cameras are at. But red box, again, that we're looking east from this camera, kind of an angle, but more or less that's east. Left is north, right is south. And then, of course, when she leaves, I'll go full screen so you can see this. I know I've shown this before. I'm going to go faster through this so we can get to the vehicle and everything, because there's so much more we've learned. And again, someone mentioned, yeah, check out this reflection. At first, I couldn't see anything, but then I looked again. And let me tell you, this is going to play a great part in some of the stuff. So that's what I was doing for the last 3 hours. Yeah, maybe 2 hours, at least just with this car. Looking at stuff, trying to figure out where these lights, reflections come from, because depending on the angle of the car, you can see the island. We'll get to that. That's a little bit later. But I promise you, it's going to help us with where this vehicle goes, where both vehicles go. And so this is kind of like a second camera or a mirror, however you want to put it. And it's going to help us. But that'll be a little bit down the road. But I am going to go ahead and go full screen for you guys. So you guys can see this for anybody that may not have seen it before. But I promise you, we're going to have more stuff here in just a minute. And please hit that like button on your way in. Oh, Angel of Light, I admire your dedication so much. May God bless you in abundance of peace, love, and good health. God bless you. Thank you so much, Angel of Light. It means the world. It makes this all worth it. Again, I'd do anything for Sebastian in this case, and I'm trying to do my best. And you guys really, again, I wouldn't be here without you guys, so God bless you guys. All right, go full screen here. Yep. And here we go. Got a little music just to kind of go with it here. Yeah, just a little bit. But we're going to add more in than we have in the last few days. But in this case, for anybody that missed, because all of this is important. Oh, yeah, and that vehicle right there, I got to figure out that, because I completely missed that. It's probably so fast you guys may have missed it, because I certainly missed it. So I got to figure out what that is. So Green Hoodie originated, and I'm going to actually have video here in just a minute, but she uses the sidewalk over here, and that's why she's going that way, this little sidewalk. This is very important because of where she originated from, why they used this particular path, I believe. And once I show you guys some of the actual on the boots ground footage, for those that are not familiar with this place, even I learned a bunch of stuff that I missed before, especially with the cameras and the location. It just tells me that they knew exactly where to be out of bounds or whatever you want to call it, just off screen of these cameras. And it's just crazy. I don't know if he would, it's tough. I think Seth's, it's got to be it's a great question. Because let's say if he's not sure and maybe he says yes and then it falls back that it's not, then, I think, anything Seth says, small or big, is going to be scrutinized, one way or another. It's just what happens, sadly. So I wouldn't blame him for him trying not to say too much, which I know has got to be frustrating for us. But I don't blame him at the same time. So if you missed the last few lives, one thing we noticed in the last couple of days is Green Hoodie. You know, we knew that Green Hoodie had walked this way, but what we discovered about 4 or 5 days ago, she starts turning back multiple times. She actually starts walking backwards as if she's trying to communicate something to somebody nearby. Very important. But as you can see right here, she turns around and right by with this tree, she's going to keep turning back around. Then she's actually going to walk backwards right there. You can even see her hair, how it reflects off the light up here. And then she turns back around. And I got a better version of this, and I just didn't have a chance to upload it. I mean, it's only just slightly a titch better. I can actually see where she goes. She actually cuts, which is interesting. She actually cuts right where we thought she was going to go. I really wish I had more time to add that part in, but I was working on identifying the vehicle, and there's some other stuff. So, but maybe in the next live, I'll show you. You can actually see her cutting. She's going to whip out her phone here. And if you're not sure like where we're looking, I'll show a daytime shot. But she pulls out the phone. We can see it light up. And at the same time, there's headlights that light up. It's all, to me, it's all the same. So she's walking that way there. This is where I think I'd leave it alone. But she actually does kind of cut when the cleaner version I just got. You can see her kind of cut this way a little bit, and it's pretty obvious. But we got the headlights, and we have the phone light up as if she's pulling that out, probably to hand that out, I think, or something. But I know you can't really see her except for the phone. But I did get like, I don't know if I just restored the color a little bit brighter, but she does actually cut a little bit this way. And then we see headlights. These are actually two windows, which are interesting. Keep that in mind. So there could be cars that are even at an angle that'll catch this window and reflect light. But those are windows reflecting headlights that are basically their direction. So here is that, and this is where that car would probably be parked, or in this spot. It'd be one or the other. The way she walks, I almost think the car is parked maybe in this. Oops, I knew I was gonna back that up way too much. I think maybe the stall over the island. Now, of course, this is recent footage, and that foliage has grown a lot more. And then I timed it, which I'm showing again just as she goes off screen. We see the headlights there. And took the timestamp. Oh, maybe that's here in just a minute. Oh, yeah. And she is literally off screen for approximately 18 to 20 seconds. Which, again, she's not walking very far if she's just walking to a car. So I think that just reinforces that she's delivering something to another vehicle after she just got done interacting with Katie and going and using the restroom, potentially as a kind of like a excuse, right? No, they thought they identified. They thought it was like, I think, what, like Chris's stepsister, and that allegedly had cancer. But yeah, no, that was not her. And then she walks back. So the car would be, yeah, either on that one or could be on the other side of the island right there. Oh, this is the new thing. So yeah, I wanted to, let me go full screen again. Sorry. Just getting back here. This is interesting. This happens just before she walks over. She just already went around the bushes. I don't know if this could be the vehicle or this is just random. This is weird. I'm just kind of curious if anybody, because there is a mechanic. I'm assuming he's a mechanic. I have to ask him, but he always kind of emails me whenever like I'm trying to figure out a vehicle. He'll typically email me, and he's pretty spot on just about every time, or pretty darn close. Gives me and he helped me with the vehicle that we believe Green Hoodie gets in, which we'll cross here in just a bit. But anyway, there's something interesting that happens here, and again, I don't know if this is the vehicle or if this is just a random person kind of like backing up, but it's weird. I cannot tell what this vehicle is, and I'm going to show you guys here because this is just before she comes across here. It's really strange. So again, so you can see her there, but it's on the left. And it happens real quick, so I slow it down. So here we see what looks like tail lights. Well, I mean, they are tail lights, but then we see this big like tail light, and so my guess would be it's some kind of truck, right? Where it'd be kind of something like this, where you got the brake light in the back there. But man, it's just so weird that these tail lights, they look more like a big, like a sedan type, where trucks usually have the vertical. These look more horizontal. But yeah, I don't know. Is this like a tow truck or what? Just kind of interesting. Anybody has any ideas, let me know in chat. Again, it's super fast, but again, it's just before she's going to walk this way. And, I don't know if that would be the vehicle or if this is just some random vehicle turning around or something. But the back lights, how tall where that, the one light would be is really odd.
Here every day, so.
Oops. Play it one more time just to see if anybody, so maybe that mechanic guy is watching. But yeah, really weird because we see the window light up with some kind of reflection, bright which could be the vehicle, somebody getting out of that vehicle. But yeah, so weird because that's super high. And then there she comes. So again, I don't know, a little weird.
Okay, so here is this building that Green Hoodie could have parked at.
Yeah, it's possible, Kat. Yeah, again, that's why when I saw that, I'm like, because of the timing. So here is Sandy, wonderful lady, and she's at Texas Roadhouse.
That Vanderbilt I, and then a vacant building. So
now she's in front of the building right now, the building that we look at from across Texas Roadhouse. She's in the front.
The
like iPlace, there's a T-Mobile, and then there's supposed to be like I think a dentist on this one right here.
I'm gonna be here every day, so I'll take some more photo or videos. But then, so she could have walked around here.
I know. Is that his truck? Never know.
I have a feeling she probably parked right here. This is the back of that building that I was just showing.
It's close.
There's some, that's interesting. There's some chairs right there that someone could have sat in waiting.
I don't think there's any cameras on the back
bushes.
at that time.
Here's Texas Roadhouse. Another entrance.
And then there is
But
Texas Roadhouse, the front.
she walked through.
Now, unfortunately, Sandy gets this part wrong, but that's okay. Oh, I think I cut it anyway. So after that, of course, so as she walks, and we got these headlights in the window, which again means that that vehicle's got to be positioned to the right at some point. You know, this like this. And then she heads back. And that's kind of what we're looking at for anybody that's just kind of wondering where the screen kind of cuts off. But she would spend 18 to 20 seconds, so that's plenty of time to just, I mean, clearly that's like handing something off, right? Like, you're not having a conversation, right? I mean, if you break it down with the time, like, what else could she be doing than handing, you know, what if this was just a drug deal? I mean, I think that would be just as, well, not as big as if it was connected to Sebastian, but I think it'd still be big because, like, you know, they're saying, like, nothing happened, nothing suspicious, and you clearly have, like, a drug deal that's going on that Katie's involved with. I think that'd be huge, right? I don't think that's what it is, but, I mean, it could be both. Blue Third, thank you, Chris. Thank you, Blue Third. Ah, if I can speak. Thank you so much, Blue Third. I appreciate it. Unleashing the Snarky. Yeah, I've got some things to say. Trust me. We'll save those till the end. But thank you so much, Blue Third. Much love. I think that, yeah, those taillights are definitely high up. That's why I'm like, that's why I wanted to show it, just in case of any people that are really knowledgeable about vehicles, because that one is really up there. Again, that's something I discovered either it was late last night or this morning, and I'm like, ooh, what's this? Okay, so now we know she's going to walk back. We're going to get to the identity of the vehicle and where it's positioned, and all this is super important because this just shows, like, yeah, they did the research here. It's too bad they didn't get, like, footage from days prior. Let's see if there was some kind of scouting going on. It's such a shame. You know, Sumner County, absolute idiots. I mean, it's day and age with technology. Surveillance is everywhere. Geofencing, phones, everything. And it's like, I get it. They had a big manhunt in the beginning. That's got to be a lot to kind of keep track of. But, I mean, once you start seeing footage of, you know, some funky stuff where Katie's running out to a car and then running back, and you know it's Katie, you know, or unless Lori switched with her. Again, maybe one of these days we'll cross that bridge. But, come on. Okay, so we are going to reveal the vehicle. I'm going to go full screen here. And there's some major tells. There's something that, again, that's going to give away what this vehicle was. Again, a shout out to, I don't know what his YouTube handle is, but it's a guy that, clearly a mechanic or something. He, you know, occasionally emails me and goes, you know, it's always when I'm like, you know, trying to figure out a vehicle type, he'll email me and go, yeah, this is what I think it is. And usually he's like 90% right. And he nailed it on this one, which helped me to quickly solve this one. So again, team effort. This is what's so amazing. It's amazing when you get the public involved, what you could do, you know, if you actually release stuff to the public. Like, you know, I know Nancy got it's not much to go off with, you know, the stranger because there isn't much. And unfortunately, she didn't have a subscription and 24-hour recording. But anyway, so many cases get solved like this. I mean, what always inspired me was See No Evil, which is based on detectives, real life, solving like kind of cold case, maybe not even cold cases, but cases that are taking much longer, and they go back and look at footage, and they've looked at it a bunch of times, and then it's it's like the 30th or 50th time, and there's one little thing they saw, and then it cracks the case open, and that's what like inspires me. That's why I'm like so invested in footage, because it's like, you never know. All right, guys. So here we go. Here's the vehicle, and then we're gonna talk about where it's positioned, and it is so like. I know we did a little bit yesterday or Sunday, but we're going to go dive deeper into this. But here we go. Yeah, the whole thing with the Green Hoodie, super sus. And for them to say like, oh, we vetted this, on day one or whatever, because they even say in February, and they were barely getting footage on the 26th, right? And 27th, 28th, right? 3 days. Like, come on. You guys really vetted this footage? My ass. And Jazz, again, gifted a Mob Crew membership. If you do get gifted, if you could thank them, thank you so much. Oh, she's always supporting this channel and helping out. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. Go full screen for this. And again, there's two major things that are going to give away this vehicle. One of them I missed until this morning. So I'm going to go full screen here. The ad should just be normal as always. I do apologize. Again, I have to make enough just so I can help do this case. But yeah. So here's the daytime to overtime shots. I think I could probably edit this part out. We're gonna get to the reveal of the vehicle here. Okay. Oh, yeah. I do apologize. And I know sometimes I'll probably pop up when I'm going over something, probably, when I get to something big. So I do apologize. I don't control when they pop up or anything. I can just set the, how often they go. And I just have it on the medium setting or whatever that most people usually do. So we know that Hoodie is going to walk back that way, which we've kind of gone over, but, it's where she's going to. And we can see that she diverts off the sidewalk. That's what I forgot. That's why I was showing that last part. And that's huge because that shows us that we can see her legs blocking the curb, because before she's on the curb, sorry. Now I realize what I was trying to point here. But as she's walking, we can see that right here, she's going to divert right where that door is. So we know that she's diverting into the road. And we can see that her legs are clearly, because that's the sidewalk, because it's highly reflective. It's highly, but it's reflective cement. So we can see the edge really well. And we can tell that she is now diverted from where that door is at. So that gives us kind of a direction that she is going, right? Oh yeah, Caitlin, for sure. I think she's not far by any means. Okay. So again, and that's the door right there that she diverts from. So we kind of know that she's going that way. That's super important. Now here comes the vehicle just after she disappears. And we can kind of tell where that vehicle came from, which is very important. There's another look at it there. And we can see that it's possibly, we see 2 dots, which we see on other cars that come by. So that's like lighting from the Texas Roadhouse. But I think those could be interior lights, dome lights on. I can't say 1,000%, but the interior dome lights for the vehicle that we know that this vehicle is, it would be, those are kind of the spots they would be on, which is interesting. And just one more time, those lights there. And then I think I show another vehicle that just shows the 2 dots, which I think are just lights. So, a second here. Okay, so this is important, and I'm going to show new footage. Okay, so we need to know, okay, which way is this vehicle going to go? I think I'm going to reveal the vehicle first. I'm pretty sure I do. Oh, okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so this is important. This shows exactly that they knew where the cameras were at, right? So they have 2 cameras on this end of the, I'm assuming probably maybe all 4 corners, I would guess. I mean, if you have them on these 2 sides, I would assume. But these are the 2 cameras that they have, right? And we have one outside. This is the one we have. We don't have this one, unfortunately, but I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it would still help, but look at where the vehicle was parked at. And that was clearly done by design to block. And so that is the camera right there on the south side of the thing here. Okay. Let's see. Do I reveal the vehicle first or do I reveal the headlights? Okay, so I show the reflections, and I find it interesting. We don't see the 2 heavy reflections on this window, so that makes me a little suspicious that it could be some kind of interior lighting, as if someone got in that vehicle. And those cars are exact same position, and yet there's no lighting. And that is, now, even though this is a Rubicon, the vehicle that we have, which it's a Jeep Wrangler, they have the dome light here, and then they have one, so it's like right between the driver and passenger, kind of just a little bit behind them, and then they have another one, and they both come on when you enter any of these doors. Obviously, you can have settings, but I think there are default, they both come on. And then this is where it tells us where the vehicle was parked, and then we'll build the vehicle. So we notice that there's no lighting here, right? Turn this down a little bit. Nothing on that cement wall. Cars go by, and as you notice, no real lighting effect on the cement as vehicles go by. And I think this is going to be the second white vehicle that goes by. Same thing, no major reflection off this wall. But then when Green Hoodie walks back, here in just a second, here she comes. And shortly, right after that, we start to see lighting up against this wall here. Right there. And we'll actually be able to even see the 2 balls of light of headlight, which means this is a vehicle that is angled and kind of facing north. This is east, right? Northeast, kind of. And those are clear as day. So that car is clearly making a turn. Because if it was just driving down like the white vehicles were, we would have had the same results where there shouldn't have been much disturbance lighting on this wall. So this is a vehicle that was clearly facing backed up, which is a huge reveal. So now we get to the vehicle. Oh, I think I do a negative because you can see the balls of light. But I watched, while it's nighttime, I watched this cement wall, which was a lot of fun. Not really. And there wasn't much going on until this incident when she comes off screen and it's kind of super slowed down. But as you can see, it starts to light up here, and this means the car is starting to kind of turn out of its stall and reveals its headlights on the wall. And there it goes by. Okay. So now we showed that. Still with me. I appreciate everybody in here. Now we'll rebuild the vehicle. And we got more than the vehicle because we need to figure out where that vehicle went, right? Is the vehicle just circling around? What's its purpose? And here's the whiteout where we can kind of see the, again, the darker is the headlights. And that was the difference between one car going by and the SUV turning, or Jeep, I should say. Okay. And yeah, clear as day, headlights. All right. So that vehicle was parked next to the garbage truck, which you're blocked by that big fence, trees, and of course, which is huge, is let me make this smaller here. As this was done done by design because they knew that the other camera was at that corner, and if they parked here, they would be concealed. So again, super sus that vehicle would be there and leave at the same time. I think that is most likely the vehicle that Green Hoodie gets into. Oh, thanks, Little Red. I appreciate that. Yeah, we want to keep this stuff out here, and we're going to go over some of the messed up stuff that happened shortly after. But okay, now the car, or the vehicle reveal. Oh, okay. Let's see. We've done the headlights. Okay. This is Sandy again. Very important.
Looks like it's T-Mobile, Urgent Vanderbilt I, and then a vacant building. So
there's the screen here for just a minute.
I wonder if they checked the. I have a feeling.
Okay, so
she walked through those bushes right there. There's the front door.
So that's where they came out, obviously.
Okay.
Camera on the right. Camera, we're going to be right here. There's the sidewalk.
Now I'm going to.
And there is that big, probably, I guess, a cement wall and then a wooden fence gate. Yeah, or brick. And just look how, like, right there, it's too bad somebody couldn't just pull in right there and show. But you would literally be concealed from that other camera.
Pulled in.
Again, that's what are the odds?
Katie probably pulled in right here.
Oh, thank you, Blue Third. Yeah, I do. I've got some things to say at the end.
First, I was just showing you.
So it's coming.
Where Green Hoodie came from.
We're gonna get snarky here.
So here's. Texas
but yeah, look how far away the the camera is.
It looks like, Katie, there's not a door on this side.
See, about right now, I think if we just looked right, that's where the trash can would be. So imagine, and that camera is like right there. I know it's super small. I meant to have it like do a small one and a blown up one, so I apologize. But we'll get another look at it from another.
One door, but I don't
But yeah, it's right there.
think that's the entrance door. And so Katie parked right.
Yeah, you can see it.
Right in front of the front door, but came out the exit.
And then, of course, the other camera that we have from right here.
There is that employees only door. And to go,
Okay.
these are all the curbside to goes. That's probably what the yellow jacket. This whole on a Sunday, maybe that's why. See if this happened.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So what I did to figure out the vehicle, again, I did have help. I had a head start with the Jeep and everything. So, of course, you got to love AI, ChatGPT. Really helpful. Take these off for a minute. My eyes are hurting. So I gave it a bunch of photos of the GMC Sierra. And the reason I did that is because we can clearly identify that vehicle, even down to the year, make, model. What's important about doing that is we can then get the approximate length, right, from front to back, right, because it is perfectly parallel to where the vehicle, the Jeep, is going to be coming. So we find out that this particular vehicle is approximately a little over 19 feet, which is really helpful. And here is a daytime shot, me just taking some different clips, giving it all the data it can so I can know what truck this is. And then, so what I did is we take it and we try to line it up to where it's almost like bumper to bumper, right? And then I go, okay, we know the length of the GMC Sierra. What is the length of this vehicle? And we get a rough estimate of approximately just over 15 feet, which is great because that actually narrows down to a lot of different models and stuff like that. Because before we thought it could be a Honda Pilot, a Ford Explorer, and a few others, but those are much longer, obviously. And this one is roughly 15 feet. Then, so we learned it's a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. And there's one thing I didn't notice until, like I said, either last night or actually, no, this one is something I found this morning. It's in a few frames. We've probably already seen it a couple times. Obviously, one of the big tells is the thing with the bumper that sticks out or whatever it's called. Again, I'm not a car guy. That's a big, that was a big help. And of course, with the guy that emailed me. So we can see, but do you see right there? And I'm going to go full screen so you guys can see it better. Because we need to get this vehicle out. Again, we don't know 1,000%, 100% this is the vehicle, but I think it's a good possibility. So I think it's good to get that out there. Maybe somebody saw this vehicle, right? Could be involved, maybe not, but we need to get it out there. But here, let me go full screen because there's something else you can tell. It's definitely a Jeep. Like it's a Jeep, like no question, because you can actually see the tire in a couple of the frames here. So let me blow it up here. Yeah, Caitlin. Yeah, definitely. She would have had somebody been driving her. If I walked into, yeah, I don't think they'd be happy to see me. Yeah. Sadly. Just pathetic. All right. But you can see in a couple frames, if you pay attention to the tail light right there, there's one. You can see the tire. Notice the tire right there. So that right there just tells you that, yeah, that's a Jeep. No question. And again, I missed that, but caught that this morning. So yeah, Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. That is, it said, I think a 2008 to 2018, which again, I know it's kind of a big 10-year gap. I haven't really had a lot of time to maybe try to see if I can narrow it down with that data, but maybe in the very close future. But yeah, it is for sure. Now, of course, you know, when it's nighttime, it could be a black Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. It could be a dark blue or even navy blue. It could be a couple of different blues. I've seen, you know, blue cars that are at night. You drive and from far away, it looks black until you get right up on it with lights, you know, and then you see the color. Could even be like a maroon color. So any of those. But yeah, so we need to keep an eye out for that vehicle. Now, this is where we also have to, thanks to somebody that talked about, you know, looking at the reflection. Thank you so much, Lori, for the PayPal. God bless you. So where does this vehicle go? Because this is very important. Really, really important. Because there's two ways that this vehicle can go. Now I'm going to show you. This is where we got to kind of look outside the box a little bit. From what I understand, like they both have license plates that say disabled vet. They have the DV. If we're talking about KK and Crispy. Now could it be also with because of Sebastian? I'm not sure. Some claim that it's from Crispy having that, but I don't know. Yeah, a spare tire on the back is a dead giveaway about being Jeep. Yeah. So this is also another big tell. So thanks to somebody mentioned, and you know, why don't you check out some reflections? And so here's an example of a car that's not related to anything, but notice we can see the car here. We can already start to see the reflection. Now remember, it can either go left, which would take it west, which would be, you know, to the side of Texas Roadhouse, or it can go east to the right. There's, you know, either left or right, east or west. Now it stops, but then we can see here it stops right here. There's another car like going by. And another car. And then as you can see, it's going to move. And we can see the island right here. Oh, shoot. I got this quote up. You probably couldn't see anything I'm talking about. I apologize. So here's that vehicle. Now, of course, it's kind of mirrored. But there's the island. We can see it pretty well, right? And that island is to our left right here, right? This is important. So we need to know, did that, because now, so that's that island, right? That we were seeing the reflection where that car is sitting right here. So we could tell if a car goes this way, we'll be able to see it, right? From the reflection of that red car. So we need to know, does the Jeep go towards Texas Roadhouse, or does it leave and coincidentally go the same direction where Green Hoodie had just went and did some kind of handoff or whatever you want to call it, and it goes that way. Let's find out. Let's take a look. So we'll start to see that we'll see the Jeep actually in this reflection. Here comes the Jeep, regular. You're going to start to see the reflection. You'll notice the lighting is going to start to line up right. Oh, no, this doesn't. Oh, yeah, we see it for just a second, but no. Notice nothing except for taillights right there. No, remember, this is the road that takes us west towards the side of Texas Roadhouse. We just saw taillights from that vehicle. So we know that vehicle went the same way that Green Hoodie had just went over to. Oh, thank you, Connie. That means the world to me. It's so nice. And again, I can't take all the credit. Someone suggested that, and I definitely wanted to take a look at that because that could actually help me. There could be more stuff with this. Again, it's almost like a mirror or a second camera angle that we could use. But yeah, luckily the way they parked this car, if we were to like go out of the screen a little bit, the car is kind of not quite fully parked in straight. It's a little bit cocked to the side a little bit, which gives us a nice little angle to where we're getting reflections from stuff that's going on over here. It's interesting. But yeah, just one more time. There goes the Jeep. We'll start to see a little bit of headlight, and then we're going to see taillights. And that tells us, yeah, that car went. That Jeep went bye-bye, east and out. Best host, best mods, best chat. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, you are so sweet. Jennifer, huge, huge supporter. Been with me for, feels like since day one, and has done such an amazing job helping the mods in this community. So thank you so much, Jennifer. So we got some more, and we're going to get a little snarky here in a little bit. Love to bust out Snarky Chris because there's more stuff to be like, okay, wait a minute. This makes no sense. So we're going to start to add that stuff together. But yeah, there's still so much more. I wasn't sure like how much. Let's see, what time is it? I mean, we're still got like another 30 minutes to go, but okay, yeah, we're doing good on time. Because we need to figure out, how did she get signaled? Like, how did Katie know that Green Hoodie was going to be there at that time? Is there something that gives us an idea, the signal? Does she get something on her phone? And so we'll probably do that maybe in the next live. We'll start to kind of focus more on the inside going on, kind of a mix of between the both. There's a couple of things, and I'm kind of piggybacking off other people's work. So again, this is not all me just finding out myself, right? This is, we're all just trying to put our amazing ideas together and see what fits, right? Okay, so this is very fascinating, right? So let's talk about that. I know people mention this white truck because I saw that in my Facebook group, which if you're not a part of, if you want to be, there should be, I think, a link in the description to the Facebook group. If I don't, I need to put that in. But we do have Mob Crew Facebook post that I alert everybody when I go live. The white truck, I just want to mention that because that gets brought up a lot. So I can tell you that in the beginning, there was a white truck that was following a certain search group. I guess it's not a big, I guess I can say it. It was Cajun Navy, right? and they were getting followed by a white truck. Now, this white truck, I have seen it. I may or may not have images of it. It's an older like Ford. It is like, I don't know, like 80s. It's an old white truck. So if anybody's talking about a particular white truck that was being seen and following and threatening people, now there could be multiple white trucks, so don't get me wrong, but I do know of one that was definitely harassing the Canadian Navy and or certain people attached to that. And it was actually a guy that owned land near around Sebastian, and he was nuts, absolute nuts. So I don't know if that's the same one, Michelle. Maybe you could be talking about something else, but because I've seen people mention the white truck. So again, and there, of course, there could be other white trucks. But I just wanted to share that story because, yeah. Okay, so let's get to the effery that is this clown here and go over some absolute insane stuff to really like think like, how the hell did this all come together, right? Okay, so let's play this. Jeep Chef. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're agreeing or disagree, but yeah, that is definitely a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. We just need to narrow down the year. Okay, so let's get to the fuckery, as they like to call it. Pardon my French. I'm gonna go full screen here so we can break this down because this is wild. If you're talking about this white truck, I can tell you this white truck has nothing to do with the case. If that's what you guys are wondering about, I gotta say like 100%. I'll tell you 99.5%. That whoever owns that truck. If we're talking about that truck, I don't know if you guys are, because that's a GMC Sierra. So somebody said F-150. Yeah, it could be something else because obviously there's so much stuff and rumors. It's tough to always tackle down which one people are talking about. So I apologize. Okay. Oh, I mean, I'm going a little too long with this. Okay. So the infamous we found Green Hoodie on. So remember this. This is very important. Today, on December 13th, we found him. And then let's just remember what Nick Barris said on that same day when he interviewed some of the people. He said law enforcement had this video and vetted it just days after his disappearance. They thoroughly interviewed. Then the statement says they thoroughly interviewed the lady in the video. There is no evidence to link her to Sebastian's disappearance. How did they vet if they just interviewed her today? And he says lady and female, so that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, I using the ladies' restroom, and I wonder if he got in trouble by using, these particular vernacular with pronouns, and not being more vague, just interviewing the person in question or Green Hoodie. So anyway, that's interesting. Keep that in mind. But yet, they said they vetted it, and this is what's amazing, just blows my mind. Oops, sorry, gosh darn it. One more. There's one more part I wanted to read on. So remember, I've spoken to several investigators who tell me the video was scrutinized and vetted back in February. Scrutinized and vetted. Not just vetted, it was scrutinized. Not just scrutinized, it was vetted. And they determined that Green Hoodie had nothing to do with it. I mean, are you shitting me? You didn't find that suspicious at all. It blows my mind. But wait, it gets better. It gets so much better. Or worse. Really, it's worse, but the clown show. Okay, so remember, this happened on February 25th, right? They are wearing a green hoodie. Okay? Oh, help us. Okay. So let's read, remember the FBI post here. Also gave us a little more info on the person in green hoodie theory. Suspicions arose that in a short interaction, the person in green hoodie was planning something with Katie and related to Sebastian's disappearance. Well, I think that's a pretty good assumption because it's, in my opinion, it's pretty clear now. Again, I clearly thought he made it home, but I think now more than ever he did not make it home. Law enforcement spoke with employees at the restaurant who confirmed this person in a green hoodie was a frequent customer. What? No, that's an absolute lie. So you guys are trying to address rumors, but you're actually full of shit. No, this wasn't a freaking customer. We have statements from them, and not just from at night, but from somebody else, I'm not going to say who, also spoke to them. They had no idea. This was not a patron. This was some random stranger that came in. They've never seen him before or after, and helped identify them. Law enforcement went to meet this person. Okay, this is where it gets really good. Who happened to be wearing the same, and let me repeat that, who happened to be wearing the same green hoodie in the video and confirmed they were not the suspect. Are you fucking kidding me? So 10 months later, this person just happened to be wearing the same fucking hoodie. I'm sorry for my language. What are the coincidences? That person 10 months later is just happily wearing the green hoodie when they go to interview them. These people should be ashamed of themselves. Now, this is AI generated, okay? I just took a body cam thing and then just kind of threw on a green hoodie thing just to kind of show. But, like, what the hell? Yeah, my ass. Seriously, 10 months later, and they just conveniently, you know what? They love, that's their favorite hoodie, man. They don't ever take that thing off, man. Superstitious. Those superstitious people, right? Got the green hoodie on. Get out of here. Get the F out of here. That is such nonsense. And they wonder why we're just like going nuts, right? Because nothing adds up with what they're saying. And that's on them, right? This is a shit show. So, yeah, Mr. Clown over here. Yeah, Clown. And your crew. I'm sure there's some good people that work there, right? There's probably some bad apples. But clown show. And it pisses me off because I'm sitting here looking at this footage over and over, knowing that this should be their job. I understand that, as cases get cold, they have other cases, they only have so much manpower. I understand, to a point. But it's like, this case is like one of those cases, it seems like it should have been just a slam dunk. Like, in a few days, once they gathered that footage, they should have had a task force just scrutinize every, like they said, scrutinize and vetted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I scrutinized and vetted the footage, and I'm just getting started. But it just gives me a headache, right? I literally do have a headache because I'm, looking at this footage. Of course, I'm on my volition. No one's, but I'm doing it out of, for Sebastian. One thing I also want to note, if you guys didn't know, you guys know how I love to poke fun at fish sticks because I know he knows once this, just like Sumner County, once this case blows open, it's not going to look good for them and anybody that was attached to them. And we know that fish sticks and what the messed up shit he did. I always kind of test him. I did that little thumbnail where I had 6-minute audio right on it. And then he snagged my live and took that. And that tells me like whenever, because again, he's working on other cases, but whenever he does something, that tells me like, okay, I'm on the right path. For those that don't know, he popped up in the chat, I think like a month ago, right? When we were finishing up the 3 a.m., when we kind of figured that out, he popped in. The usual, grifting. We blocked him, but then I said, yeah, we're going to unblock him because we'd love to have him, give an argument, rebuttal for anything. But anyway, long story short, 2 days ago, correct me, chat, not my last live, which was Sunday, but on Saturday, he did comment. I forgot to grab the screenshot, but he did comment. And would you be surprised that it said, oh, here you are grifting off Sebastian's case? I cringe. It's like hearing cooties or something. It's like, I cringe when I hear grift. I really do. But that, again, this is, now we're focused on straight up Texas Roadhouse. And, he's appearing on News Nation. I'm not sure. I'm just, you could tell me in chat, but he's on like, Banfield, whatever, with the Nancy Guthrie case, right? Why is he so worried about what I'm doing? He's still like coming over and taking the time, which means we're on the right track. Let me know, unless I'm overthinking this, but I don't know why he'd be so worried. My theory is maybe allegedly that maybe he's getting a little payment by a certain group to keep an eye on me and others, not just me. I'm sure others as well that are still covering this case. Because I find it odd. Like, why, like, you're not allegedly working on this case anymore. Why are you so worried about what we're doing? Right? So it's just like, and yeah, thank you to the mods. I think it was Pocahontas. Correct me if I'm wrong, if it was somebody else. I know there was a couple people. But thank you to the mods who caught that, because that was huge. Because that's why we unblocked him, because we want to see. Right? He has every opportunity. I'm sure maybe he might be watching this show. Put a rebuttal in. If you can. Sasha agrees. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I just don't. The hell? What is he doing? Yeah. Just checking chat for a minute. There was one more. Let's see what time it is. Okay, 7:30. Okay, we talked about the heights. Again, my suspicion is right now is it's KK's mother. I can't say 100%. I think with Nick Barris saying lady a bunch of times and she, that to me, I think it's a female. I know there's still people that think it's a male, and you never know. It could be. It could be completely wrong. But right now, I think it's a female, and I think the best candidate, in my opinion, is KK's mama. Because I would think that clearly there's a lot of people involved in this case. This is why it's just like, to me, when this eventually breaks, this is gonna be big, like, because people are gonna be like, how did, like, we may have like 4 to 5 plus people involved in either trafficking or moving this child, and none of them like cracked or whatever, and they've gotten away with it for over 2 years now. And that is so uncommon in this day and age with all the technology we have. So once again, my theory, remember, thanks to Crispy, and I think I have his audio somewhere, or we might have went over it. Remember, he was asked about Green Hoodie. Nothing going on here, but he said they went and interviewed Katie. They interviewed Katie, and they find Green Hoodie. They interview Katie, they find Green Hoodie. So I think they know each other pretty well, right? I think it still could be a cousin, a friend, but interview Katie, they find Green Hoodie. That, unless they're completely full of shit and they never found Green Hoodie, which would not surprise me either. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. And I think it's kind of like one of those things, like I said earlier, like, I don't blame him for maybe not answering that, because that could blow back on him somehow if he did say, or, let's say if he got it right, but it doesn't get solved for a long time, like, people may flip on him, or, I don't know, or twist it, or what if he was wrong, right? He thought it was her, and then he was wrong, and then, I just think it's kind of like one of those double-edged sword type of situations. Again, she's 5'7". She actually has red or auburn hair. She, assuming, dyes her hair. But if you look, and anybody can go and pull up her records. But in our next live, we will, and this is the thing last thing I want to say. I don't know if I have the full thing here. Okay, remember Chris, and this will be in my next live. Remember, she takes a photo of Sebastian. I looked at it. She takes 2 photos of Sebastian. And I think I have the one, but this is after she took the other photo. She takes a photo of Sebastian when he's upright and not eating. Then she takes a second one when he's digging in. And then Chris says, oh, well, we couldn't use that photo because, his face is full of, food. But it's like, no. She took 2 photos. You couldn't show this photo? Right here. There. Oh, I do have it. It's right here. Look. Does it look like he has a face full of food? Wait, right? Is this it? Yeah. Right here. Does he have a face full of food? She just took a picture. I don't see him with a face full of food. Where's this picture? I want to know where this fucking picture's at. And then she's going to take another one here in just a second. And so I'm thinking she sends that one to Crispy, allegedly, according to him. And then this is this weird one, right? Like what's up with this? It's almost like she's being sneaky with this second one. But yeah, we couldn't have the most up-to-date photo of Sebastian to use on a flyer. I mean, I'm sure that's probably the latest and greatest phone at that time, right? iPhone, whatever. But Crispy literally says no, he's got a face full of food. Lower left cheek. This one's I have better quality, KB. This one is not the best quality. I'll have to look at the other one. I've got better quality than this. I mean, it's not like super better, but it's slightly better. You're saying on this side, so his right cheek. I'll have to look at it. It is coming, but yeah, isn't that weird? Like, yeah, all of a sudden, boop. Like, that is so weird. There's so much more, guys. And I'm sure you guys already know. And hindsight, and there's other people that have broken stuff down. We will get to how did Katie know that Green Hoodie was out there? There's a pretty good theory out there that people have put out there, and I think it's certainly plausible. And you know me, I'm going to look at every single angle, but there is a suspicious group of gentlemen that literally come in for seconds, and this is before Green Hoodie comes out, and it just so happens that they were parked close by where the Jeep was parked. They come in for seconds. They don't even buy anything. They come in, and then they leave, and then guess what? Green Hoodie pops out just after that. So we'll definitely get to that for sure. Now just a little bit of snarkiness, because I kind of, I didn't really call out anybody, but I thought it was just kind of terrible timing. I think it's funny. I don't know, maybe kind of early, but it is what it is. Poking a little fun, jab. And I love Conan, by the way. But I thought it was interesting because he does have like red hair, and if you notice, in certain light, it looks like Green Hoodie's got like it's a redhead almost, like right there. Now this is KK's mom, clearly not redhead, but for those that don't know, KK's mother's natural hair is apparently red and auburn, but I guess she dyes it. So kind of interesting. Could have cut her hair short, and then by the time she had that photo, which would have been many, many months later, she could have dyed it and growed it out, and none the wiser. Just a theory on that. But this is just what I want to say, because I would love for channels to come together, but the one thing I find a little frustrating is it's like other people play my stuff, and I have no problem with that. Like, if it helps you, it helps. If it helps Sebastian, play it. If it's from me or whoever, I don't care. The thing that frustrates me is it's like they'll criticize a little bit of the work, or maybe jab or whatever, or disagree or something like that. And I could give a shit, right? But then it's like, if I do that, if I take like a little jab at somebody else, then I'm in the wrong. It's like, it's okay for them to do that, but I can't do that. Anyway, some people know what I'm talking about, and some of you guys are like, what the hell were you going with this? But anyway, just different content creators. It's like, come on, let's grow up and let's come together. Knock it off. Like I take a little jab, and anyway. No, she wouldn't have an ankle monitor on. No, this is well. Remember, Cinderella, that thing happened in 2002. Now she would have to notify if she left state. Which is interesting. She would have to notify. but no ankle monitor or anything. Yeah, it's very sad, Donna. Yeah, we would address that kind of earlier. Yeah, prayers for his family and of course Seth, because I can't imagine where he's at. She could have. I mean, you never know. Never know. Yeah, Queen of Swords, that's such a good idea. I think if this was better quality footage, you might be able to do that. I, I want to say it feels like it's like a 480p, maybe 720p pixel camera. I'd have to look and see what those cameras typically. I'm kind of surprised because that's a newer establishment. I would expect they would have had better cameras. I mean, it's not bad quality by any means, but certainly better than we had decades ago for sure, but still not the best either. And then lastly, I mentioned that I've been working on a report for over a year, and that was brought up as well. I'm like, well, why didn't you send that in? It's like, well, it's not done. Analogy would be if I was gonna make a movie and I'm the script writer, and there's 3 acts, and I only write 1 act, or maybe 2 acts, but I don't have the 3rd act done. Well, I'm not gonna send it in and say, okay, here, let's make this movie. I don't have the 3rd act. I have no idea what's going on yet. Why would I do that? Like, I need to have the full thing because again, this has got to be sent to the FBI. I'm not going to send it in pieces, right? And keep annoying them like, oh, here's a piece. Give me another month, and here's another little piece, right? And they move on. No, I want to give them the whole pie at the same time and have a cohesive report that is just right down to the major red flags, right? Just the main stuff, right? And that's it. And again, most of this stuff has already been sent. Like most of these highlights, not all, but most have already been sent. Like before, like whenever we discover something like the cemetery, they were notified, right? So it's like almost make it sound like I'm like holding on to something and, I'm not, that's the key to solving this case, but I'm holding on to it. It's like, no, we're trying to put a cohesive timeline together. And of course, before, for those who've been with me, know that, I worked so hard trying to figure out the 3M vehicle. And, I thought originally they were moving him, and I was wrong. And I thought there was a silver sedan involved, but it's not. So I had to switch that, around. So that kind of, yeah. So anyway. Yeah, we're going to look at other stuff, yellow coat, all that, one thing at a time. The next thing is how did Katie know Green Hoodie was coming? That'll be kind of the next slide because there is do I have it? Do I have a shot of these guys? Here. One last thing. I'll show you guys. I'll give you a little sneak peek for the next live. Oh. 1 second. Wait, what? Whoa, what's going on? Wait, so I tell you, Sassy, I don't know if you can email me. Yeah, okay, so I'm missing something that's going on in chat. Is this related to Green Hoodie? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? Well, can someone tell me like the context? Again, it's hard when I'm trying to present stuff and I I can only read. Okay, what with Tennessee State Police? We need to know what's going on here. But I'll give you an idea why I don't know what the context is. Like, what. Oh, getting Tennessee involved. Sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, when we have this already, yeah, we're gonna send it to all of them. But yeah, I would agree. Okay. Quick little sneak peek for next live. Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, okay. All right. Now I thought like someone knew like the identity of Green Hoodie. I'm like, oh shit. Like we need to call the state police. I was gonna say, that's interesting. Sassy, when I get all this stuff together, me and you can talk, and if your brother can help out in some way, but we'll talk offline. One last thing. Okay, let me find Green Hoodie. Where are you, Green Hoodie? 30. Wait, no. Oh, no, she was already right there. Sorry, I wish I had my video editor so I can slow this down. 23. No, she's still right there. Oh, do I not have this back far enough? Wait a minute. What's the time? 18:11. Oh no. 18:19, right? 18:19. Oh, I don't have it on this one. It's not back far enough. Dang it. Never mind. I lied. Sorry. But we see two gentlemen go back here. Might have this one off. One second. What is the time? Hindsight. Oh, I think it's 18:19. Yeah. Oh, shoot, that sucks. Anyway, there is a vehicle that is like right here, beyond the bushes. One of the very few cars that actually park on this side of the island. And two gentlemen get out. They come in. This is like minutes before Katie and them come out. They go in. They go towards the bar. They don't do much. I don't even think they buy anything. And then they come back out. You get in the vehicle, and you can tell that they're parked in the spot because you can even see when they lock and unlock. They do that, and then it's like 2 minutes tops. Green Hoodie pops out. So I'll show that. I don't know if it'll be live tomorrow. We'll have to see here. Oops, sorry. But 1811. That's when they come in, right? And then it's 18, 19, 18. Yeah, I got a bunch of times, but I don't think I have everything. I still have to get all my notes in order, but yeah, anyway. Thank you, Heather, for the membership. I really appreciate the support. It really helps. I'm doing everything I can, looking at this stuff forward and backwards. And we got other stuff going on behind the scenes, not just the report, but we came up with some things that were like, oh shit, we should have done this a long time ago. If it pans out, it would be absolutely bombshell. Again, it's a long shot, but yeah. But yeah, unfortunately we can't mention it because we can't alert certain individuals. But once that pays off, if it does pay off, then we'll talk about it. Okay, I think I'll end it there. If you can, hit that like button. And yeah, I'd love that idea, Sassy, when we get this all done. Yeah, I think the more agencies, the better, 100%. Oh, Crazy Buck, I missed you. Anyone could have called in and said that was me. Probably referring to Green Hoodie. You know what, Crazy Buck? Sorry, I missed your comment. With how they use people of Sumner County, would not surprise me. Some random Joe would not surprise me at all. Oh, that is true. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it all out. Again, it's gonna take some time because I have to dissect all this footage, and that's gonna take a while. And yeah, we'll talk about how we think Katie was alerted. We'll look a little bit more at the footage. I'll try to enhance it a little bit, the inside, just a little bit of some funky stuff, just like the picture. We'll get the quote of Chris talking about, oh, well, there's only a photo of him with his face in his food, but yet, no, there's a picture of him clearly just, looking at the camera. Probably tired and has no idea what's going on. Poor kid. But yeah, we never got to see that. Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I'll do a pet outro. And yes, I got some new pets. Give me towards like Friday. This is just for the mods, for the members only. But yeah, we're working on a new one right now as we speak. And with that, thank you. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Sassy, Pocahontas, Coop, Jennifer, and Jazz. I'm going to forget somebody. I do apologize. We have Coop's been kind of helping out when Pocahontas was out, and do appreciate everybody. So we'll see you guys. Not sure if I'll be on tomorrow. We'll have to see. If not, I'll definitely be Thursday for sure. So God bless and be safe. We'll see you guys soon.
Much to bear and you don't care, and I won't play alone. I got you in my sight. I keep all of what you said to me. I get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, now you'll beg me please. Hey. Now I stay away, you were never meant to save me. stay away. I'll hear you say you're sorry. Hate they even love you. Hate they fell in love with you. Hate they even love you. Hate they gonna fall in love with you.
Oh, thank you, Rachel, so much. God bless. Thank you, mods, so much. And thank you to the Mob Crew fam. See you guys soon.